Main drawback of submachine guns has always been the questionable effectiveness of the cartridges, coupled with terribly low purchase limits. And in some situations, high recoil was also unjustified. Now, in patches where there are armor plates, aiming gaps and additional recoil processing, resulting in significantly reduced recoil, we have a reality where submachine guns are getting a second wind. I've identified 4 main submachine guns for myself. Let's break it down. Starting with the most important, the entry threshold. To comfortably use submachine guns and good cartridges, you need 3rd tier traders. Specifically the 3rd propper and the 3rd peacekeeper and the 3rd mechanic. For myself and for you, I've separately highlighted MP9, MP7, Verezk and P90. I would also mention the 45 Vector, but it requires the 4th peacekeeper, and there are very few cartridges sold there. I remind you of the importance of subscribing if you want to meet again. The cheapest of all is the MP9. But what's interesting is that it's far from the worst. With a rate of fire of 1100 rounds per minute, more than anyone else. On the 3rd peacekeeper, the AP6.3 cartridge is available, which is better than the 7U4 from Verezk, but slightly worse than L191 from P90 and JSP from MP7. In other words, MP9 is in principle the best value for money option on the 3rd traders. MP7 and Verezk are in constant competition. The base price is almost the same, but Verezk's magazines are 3 times cheaper than MP7's, if we are talking about the 30s. Their rate of fire is the same, and although Verezk has higher ergonomics, MP7's ergonomics are also high, so the difference is not significant. But the main difference is that JSP penetrates better than 7U4, and we can use Verezk already at level 26, which corresponds to the 3rd proper level, while JSP only at 30, or in other words, on the 3rd mechanic level. So, Verezk is cheaper and becomes available earlier. MP7 kills faster. P90 is the most expensive option, with the advantage of a huge 50-round magazine, but it has the lowest rate of fire. This is compensated by a slightly high penetration of the L191 cartridge. Personally, for me, assembling all these guns exists only in 2 formats. Either you take a suppressor or you don't. Using a suppressor won't give you significant changes in recoil, and in addition it will cut ergonomics and the gun will heat up faster, and it will cost almost twice as much. So I suggest you see how all these 4 guns will shoot without suppressors, and at the same time pay attention to the fact that the first shoot doesn't throw off aim. Not only from MP9 and MP7, but from practically no one, because there is no first throw when firing. As a result, we have a situation where almost everyone had the same bullet spread. But for you to be able to visually compare, here's an option when suppressors are used. Yes, there is a certain advantage, in that the picture is not obscured. There are no extra gases and flashes. You clearly see where are you shooting. But whether this doubling of the gun price, increased overheating and cutting of ergonomics are worth it, decide for yourself. And don't forget to mention in the comments. To understand the effectiveness of the guns, I took 4 volunteers in the same gear and shot each of them with different guns. It was nothing that MP9 kills quite quickly, MP7 not much longer. With Verezk I felt like I lacked a bit of damage, and P90 also performed excellently. If we are talking about the 4th level of traders, the situation will change a bit, because MP7 will get access to 40-round magazines and FMG cartridges, which are head and shoulders above in penetration. For Verezk, BT cartridges from proper will also be available, but they cannot complete in terms of characteristics, and the supply of 90 rounds of 9x19 caliber in the form of PvP for a gun like the MP9 is nothing at all. That's roughly the situation with submachine guns at the moment. You can write your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye bye!